having a relationship with a pencil sharpener hurts. It's not healthy, okay?
I have a double eye infection right now. I'm not going to show you that. I'm about to turn into a zombie. It's not attractive. All right, anyway. Let me show you something. Watch this. Just watch this.
I just got yelled at for asking a very reasonable question. So I'm applying to go somewhere, and I just wanted to know, are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time? You know. And then the person I was with interrupted and acted like I was asking something else, and then when we were done, they actually started yelling at me and saying that accommodations for time blindness doesn't exist, and if you struggle with being on time, you'll never be able to get a job. You know, provided you're trying your absolute best to be there. And then they're like, your stupid generation wants to destroy the workplace. And yeah, I think that a culture where workers are just cut off because they struggle with being on time, when there's other solutions that we can look to, I think that just anybody who thinks it's okay to just treat people like that, yeah, that culture needs to be dismantled. And then I asked that person, how can you feel good about yourself upholding this kind of system? And then to think I'm entitled. No, if people think it's okay to treat others like this, that's entitlement.
And to think I'm entitled. To think I'm entitled when you are the one who's not giving me what I want. If you think about it, I'm the least entitled person. Because I really want this. I really want to roll into work at 1 p.m. and leave at 4 o'clock and get paid for 8 hours. That would be great for me, but you're so entitled you can't find it in your heart to accommodate that. So I looked into this. Time blindness is a real thing people talk about. It's kind of a weird term. I don't know why they call it that. It just means like you're not keeping track of time well. And people with ADHD do, like, in some cases struggle with that a lot more than other people. The dialogue is really fuzzy these days around what disadvantages we as a society need to rally together to fix for you and which ones you just need to get over. The thing with this one is just like, here's what you do. Oh, that's my alarm. It's time to go to work. I'm trying to imagine a scenario back when I was 19 working at Chick-fil-A. I was opening, right? I would get there first. I was the first person in the door at 5 a.m. Half an hour later, I have one helper. If that helper was ever late, I was fucked. I was royally fucked. If that person was even 20 minutes late. So I'd get there at 5 a.m. Store would open at 6 a.m. There would always be a lady sitting at the drive-thru window at 5:55, just looking at me. Just looking. Waiting for me to pop that window open. If my helper didn't get there at 5:30 and get all the shit that he or she needed to get done, I wouldn't have everything I need to have to get people their food. And then you'd have like 8 people screaming and yelling at you in the drive-thru.
And then to think I'm entitled.
I mean, most people I saw weren't really behind this this mentality, but you know, it just took me like 1 second on Twitter to find someone who was. Not to be that person. She knows. She knows she's that person. Not to be that person, but why are you all calling that white girl with ADHD? That's what. Sorry. I'm being way too nitpicky at this point. Everything. Why does everything on Twitter, like, the race is inevitably going to become relevant? Why are you all calling that white girl with ADHD wondering if time blindness can be accommodated for stupid? You are all telling her she's stupid and wrong for thinking that, but literal institutions recognize it and will accommodate you for it. Not Chick-fil-A, baby. Hell no. What institutions are you talking about? I guarantee the only ones she knows of are like something in academia. And that doesn't count because that's not the real world. PTSD, insomnia, ADHD are 3 disorders that don't suffer from I don't know what that is. Don't suffer from insane stigma. I thought she was pulling out the Harvard vocabulary on me. Don't suffer from insane stigma. Accommodations is easy for these disorders. You people are so ableist, it's insane. Like, yeah, she should turn on an alarm, but like, I've been 10 minutes late to work because of dissociation, and my work can't fire me over it. That definitely doesn't seem like the type of thing she was talking about. 10 minutes to work is like it happens every once in a while type of a thing. If you need special accommodations, that's implying that it's going to be a lot more than 10 minutes, or it's going to be a very frequent occurrence. No, time blindness is real. Again, I'm not saying it's not real. I think it's goofy to like give it its own name even. Like, it's just poor time management. It's not keeping track of time well, which previously stated it is known that if you have ADHD, sometimes that can be a side effect of that. But just because something's real doesn't automatically mean it needs to be accommodated for. I'm sorry. Actually, time blindness is a very real symptom of ADHD. Yeah, it is. But what's the accommodation look like? Susie was supposed to be here 3 hours ago. Well, maybe she'll show up at some point, but you know, she has the time blindness get out of jail free card. Yeah, that's not going to cause any problems among your workforce.
Accommodations are for people with disabilities to accomplish a task that they are not able to accomplish due to their disability without a support. Okay? The key here is that they are then, when the support is added, able to accomplish the task. What you are requesting is not an accommodation, and it is a modification, because any support your job puts in place for you is not going to allow you to be there on time at the same time as your fellow employees. So you are not going to be able to accomplish the task expected even with a support in place, because you are not going to be working from the same time as everyone else. It's a modification. Your start time is being modified.
I didn't really have a lot besides that. I'm gonna do a more involved video probably soon. I was sick the other day, and then now my eyes are falling out of my fucking head. Let me leave you with my favorite TikTok of all time. You ready?